Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Minnesota Mike back with you for another video. This is another one in my vlog series that I do through the Memphis Songwriters Association in conjunction with the blog that I write for them, talking all about songwriting and what has worked for various artists over the course of a handful of years, whether those songs have been hits or not. So this latest kick that I'm on is called Navigating Seasonal Depression. It is coming out right towards the end of November, and so hopefully this is good timing for you as a listener. If you need it, and then if you want to write some songs about it, these are some good jumping off points. So when I was a sophomore in college, I got my heart broken in February. Being from Minnesota, it was an added level of awful because it was in the middle of February, like I said. There was snow on the ground, it got dark super early in the day, and I didn't realize until way later than I should have that it was the darkness that got me down more so than the snow on the ground, because I would feel down in Memphis in the winter, but there wasn't any snow on the ground. So these songs, of course, are no substitute for formal therapy, but there are tunes in here that might help you navigate through those times of the year when you aren't feeling at your best, and were written by songwriters who felt the same when they wrote them, or were reflecting on a time when they did feel that way. Both will be helpful for you as a writer and then also as a human being. So we're going to start off with Stick Season. So Noah Kahan is the one who wrote this song, and he grew up in Vermont. And he refers to a point in New England between Halloween and when winter begins called Stick Season that is kind of a point of uncertainty. Will it snow or will it be temperate? No one's really sure. And so those uncertainties play into the lyrics perfectly as he is trying to navigate his personal romantic life and his personal family life, as he also tries to figure out how he's supposed to feel mentally with the changing of the seasons. So most of my favorite songs are thought-provoking while also letting me drift off for a second. That way the thought-provoking lyrics tend to stand out a little bit more. So for example, the first verse says, "As you promised me that I was worth more than all the miles combined, you must have had yourself a change of heart like halfway through the drive, because your voice had trailed off as you reached my exit sign, kept driving straight and left, and our future to the right." Now, that's chock full of excellent lines, including the line about the change of heart halfway through the drive, which lent its name to my blog about non sequiturs, which, Noah didn't exactly give his blessing, but he didn't hit me with a cease and desist either, so that's a win. But anyway, then, in between those lines, you kind of drift off for a second as he talks about his doctor's suggestion to travel. This is after those lines. His doctor suggested that he traveled, but the fact that he can't due to COVID, it's relatable, but so much so that it doesn't stand out as much as those poetic lines. That's not a criticism, it's necessary for the song, but it isn't necessarily poetic per se. And then in the third verse, he discusses his personal life and his desire to cancel out the darkness he inherited from dad, which again is very relatable, but then, albeit not directly, followed by one of my absolute favorite lines, which is both poetic and relatable. "You once called me forever, now you still can't call me back." And as I said in the intro to this particular vlog, the winter months are usually hard for me because of relationships, but also because of the change in the darkness throughout the day. This song discusses the hardships of the weather and then also lumps in all of the other things that make the narrator sad, and that's why it's so relatable. He doesn't need to be poetic all the time for the listener to relate to the song, but it's still incredibly relatable and incredibly poetic. So melodically, the song uses A, E, F sharp minor, and D in the verses. Written in the key of A major, this is a 1-5-6-4 pattern. The chorus then uses A/E, E, F sharp minor, D, A, E, F sharp minor, and D, E, A. This is a 1-5-6-4, 1-5-6-4-5-1 pattern. The bridge uses A, E, F sharp minor, D, and E. As you can see, the chord progression remains largely the same throughout the whole song, and even though the bridge is basically a rehash of the verse plus the E chord at the end, it still just flows together very well. It's interesting because my first reaction to the bridge when I heard this song was that it wasn't as complicated as it needed to be. But the more I analyzed the song, I realized that the whole thing, whether written in the moment or not, perfectly encapsulates someone who's living with a bout of seasonal depression. It's the perfect mix of pop sensibilities with a 1-4-1-5 progression and actual craftsmanship, recognizing that both the tension built up with said chords and the repetitiveness of their usage, it fits well with both the uncertainty of the lyrics and the fact that when you were going through it, everything feels the same. So with the combo of those two things, it's no wonder that this song blew up as much as it did. Instrumentally, the song contains acoustic guitar, electric guitar, and drums. I had two separate conversations with two different MSA board members about how much I resent the term indie folk because the desire to be hip and non-mainstream often overrides the actual message of the song. But this one is about as simple as it gets melodically while still having something to say, so props to Noah for that. Structurally, the song uses a verse, chorus, bridge, chorus format. There is a certain reality that comes with this structure. If this person were telling the story about a specific event, a chorus after the verse might be the better call. But having two verses in a row communicates that there is so much stuff piling up that you need to hear about almost all of it before you hear the reason for the depression, stick season in Vermont. The first two verses discuss his personal problems through relationships and how he copes with them, while the third verse discusses his family trauma. But regardless, all of this is magnified by the weather, a season of uncertainty. The bridge offers a little bit of hope, but that hope is immediately dashed when he says, "I hope this pain's just passing through, but I doubt it." It is, for me at least, a spectacularly relatable song. Just as a closing note, one thing that I love about singer-songwriters is the personal nature of the songs that they write. Noah has been very open in interviews about his struggles with mental health, but also that growing up, talking about your feelings was the norm at the dinner table. He has done a terrific job starting up the Busy Head Foundation, which was named after the title track of his first album. That song was co-written with Dan Wilson, for what it's worth to you, and also about the struggles with mental health. The foundation helps people in Vermont find resources to get through those winter months, which are historically brutal up in New England. This whole blog started because I wanted to talk about stick season, not like the blog as a whole, but the blog like this topic. But I wanted to give Noah a shout out for helping others put in the work in addition to taking care of himself so well. So you can listen to Stick Season below. It is linked in the description of this particular video. I'm Minnesota Mike. Make sure you check out all of my other videos right here on YouTube and all of my blogs, which can be found on the Memphis Songwriters Association website. Again, these vlogs are on YouTube. The blogs are on the Memphis Songwriters Association website. Thank you so much.